So let's talk about AI agents. We're not just talking about AI as another tool in the toolbox anymore. We are right on the edge of one of the biggest shifts in how we work, the rise of a genuine, autonomous digital workforce. Let's break down what that actually means for us by 2026. Yeah, this quote, it absolutely nails it. We're moving so far beyond those simple, repetitive bots we're used to. The systems we're building now can actually perceive their digital world, they can reason about what needs to be done, and then they can take action, all by themselves. It's a fundamental, game-changing shift in what automation even is. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, let's use an analogy that I think works perfectly. Let's talk about the difference between a music box and a jazz musician. This comparison just captures the change so well. Old automation was basically a music box. You wind it up and it plays the exact preset tune every single time. It's nice, but it's totally rigid. An AI agent, though, that's a jazz musician. It knows the fundamentals, but it's improvising based on what's happening right now. It listens, it adapts to the context, and when the unexpected happens, it can handle it with skill. So, what is it that gives this jazz musician AI its incredible ability to improvise? Well, it all comes down to something we can think of as its digital nervous system. And the key to this whole nervous system is the API, the Application Programming Interface. The easiest way to think about it is that APIs are the agent's senses. Without them, an AI is basically blind and deaf, just trapped in a box. But with APIs, it gets this digital nervous system that lets it perceive the world, process information, and then decide what to do next. Imagine the entire internet is just this chaotic, incredibly noisy room full of unstructured information. An API acts like a skilled interpreter in that room. It listens to all that noise, filters it, and then whispers just the clear, organized facts the AI needs to make a decision. Things like, hey, this package is delayed, or this customer is getting angry. It's that structured data that really unlocks genuine autonomy. Now, of course, to make these agents reliable, we can't just throw them together. Researchers have come up with formal frameworks, kind of like this one, to standardize how they're built. The whole idea is to break an agent down into its core parts. You've got a central brain for reasoning, a perception system for its senses, and an action system for its hands. This structure is all about making sure they behave predictably. And here's the really cool part. This isn't just some abstract theory anymore. This stuff is being put into practice right now. I mean, take a look at this. It's a workflow from a tool like NN, which acts as the orchestration layer, the conductor for all of this. And you can see the exact same components, right? There is an AI agent right in the middle. It's connected to a model for reasoning. It has memory to remember context, and it has tools to actually execute actions. Theory has officially become practice. Okay, but giving an AI this much autonomous power, this much freedom, that creates a massive challenge. Because when an agent can act on its own, it can also act incorrectly, or worse. So we have to ask, what exactly can go wrong here? And these risks, they are very, very real. Just think about it for a second. An agent could be tricked into calling the wrong tool and, bam, it leaks your entire customer database. It could literally hallucinate a command that doesn't exist and crash a server. Or a simple customer service bot, one with way too many permissions, could be manipulated into issuing thousands of dollars in fraudulent refunds. These aren't just little glitches. These are critical business-ending failures just waiting to happen. Which brings us to the core dilemma, doesn't it? With all of this power on the table, can we really trust a completely autonomous agent to act without any oversight? And the short answer is just no, absolutely not. At least not without building in some serious safeguards. So this means we have to shift our thinking. We need to move from just experimenting with this stuff to applying principled engineering. The goal isn't just to build the most powerful agents anymore. The goal is to build agents that are reliable, transparent, and trustworthy by design, right from the start. And the solution really comes in two parts. First, we use smart, robust architectural patterns to make the agent's behavior more predictable and secure. And second, and this one is absolutely critical, we make sure there is direct human oversight at key decision points. This whole concept is called human in the loop, or HITL for short. And it's a simple idea, but it is profoundly important. Instead of just letting the agent run free, you build in these specific checkpoints where it must stop and ask a human for permission before it takes any action that's irreversible or sensitive. So the process itself is pretty straightforward. First, the agent figures out what it wants to do and proposes the action. Then the whole system pauses. Everything stops, waiting for a decision. A human gets a notification, they review what the agent is proposing and why, and then they either approve or deny it. And only with that explicit approval does the agent get to resume its task. It's really the best of both worlds. You get the efficiency of AI, but with the judgment of a human. And developers are implementing this in a few really clever ways. Interrupt and resume is that direct pause for approval we just talked about. Human as a tool is a fascinating one. The agent actually sees a human as just another tool it can call when it gets confused. And then fallback escalation is the ultimate safety net. If the agent gets completely stuck or fails, it just hands the whole problem over to a person. The main takeaway here is that building safe agents isn't some futuristic idea. It's a mature practice now. A whole ecosystem of frameworks already exists to do this. You have LangGraph that can pause a complex workflow for approval. You have Crew AI that can literally bring a human expert into a team of AI agents. This is no longer an afterthought. Engineering for trust has become a core discipline in AI development. Okay, so let's bring all this together. What we're witnessing right now is the birth of a new kind of digital labor. And it's one with absolutely incredible potential, but also, as we've seen, some pretty inherent risks. Ultimately, building the future of agentic AI isn't a race for raw power. It's a discipline that has to be focused on reliability and trust. The true innovation here, the real breakthrough, is combining the blinding speed of autonomy with the irreplaceable wisdom of human oversight. That's how we create systems that work for us, safely and predictably. And that leaves us with one final critical question. The technology to build this digital workforce is here. The engineering patterns to make it safe are emerging and getting better every day. So the real question is, as we start to integrate these autonomous agents into our businesses, into our daily lives, are we truly ready to manage them?